Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes a todos. My name is Janet Pichardo. I'm the Interim Executive Director of Family Engagement here at the Providence School Department. Welcome to our parent university, our last parent university for this school year. And it's a great opportunity to meet those who will be presenting today, and I will share that in a minute. Le doy la bienvenida a los padres que están con nosotros en este momento. Hoy es la última sesión de la Universidad para Padres, y ahorita mismo le vamos a dar la oportunidad de aprender quiénes son nuestros presentadores esta noche. Again, tonight's topic is Eat, Play, Learn, and Summer Recreation. So we do have someone from the city's recreation department who will be presenting. And also we have another guest speaker who will be speaking about Providence Promise, and that will be after Mr. Stephen Grace from the recreation department. Antes de empezar, de nuevo quería dejarles saber que vamos a tener dos presentadores. Una de las personas se llama Stephen Grace. Él es de la ciudad, del Departamento de Recreación, y él va a hacer una presentación. Y también el señor Juan Rosales de Providence Promise. Él también va a hacer una presentación y va a ser de una vez seguido al señor Stephen Grace, para que ustedes también sepan de este programa. Okay, so para los padres que están en esta llamada, si ustedes necesitan traducción a español durante la presentación completa, porque va a ser en inglés, por favor miren hacia abajo de su pantalla y miren el globito, el globo, dice Interpretation. Entonces cuando le hacen clic al globo, le va a salir el idioma español, Spanish en inglés. Elijan ese idioma, porque es el único ahora mismo que vamos a traducir, para que entonces puedan recibir la información completamente en español, y es porque tenemos dos intérpretes con nosotros hasta el final de nuestra presentación. Okay. Cualquier cosa, vamos ahora a darle un poco de más idea de cómo vamos a compartir este Zoom, esta reunión. So I just shared how we are going to interact, and that was basically for our Spanish-speaking families who are joining us. We have about 40 people right now, participants on the call. And so I just wanted to make sure that those who need Spanish interpretation knew how to access it. And there's a globe at the very bottom that they will just select the Spanish language. That is the interpretation, or the language that we are providing services for this Zoom. And our interpreters will be with us till the very end of the presentations.
Okay, thank you. Janet, thank you for inviting me as well. My name is Stephen Grace. I am the newly appointed Director of Recreation for the City of Providence. I started the position on January 23rd, and I was formerly with Providence Public Schools, which is why I'm really excited to be here tonight. What we're going to speak about what Janet referenced is summer activities in the City of Providence, but specifically with the Recreation Department, as well as some new programs and where to access some information. And then I'll take a few questions and we should be all set. The first thing I want to do is talk a little bit about the Department of Recreation. And we have 11 recreation centers across the city. They are Jocelyn, Vincent Brown, Zucolo, West End, Battistini, Rogers, Rollins, Sackett, Kennedy, Davy, Lopes, and Igliozzi. And I have a main office staff that's great. And like I said, I'm the current Director of Recreation. I have an athletic coordinator, Director of Support Services, a guy that does everything for us. Well, he likes to be identified as I don't know or self-appointed. And I have an administrative assistant who helps and runs everything for the department. So the mission of the department is something that I came up with when I was hired, and work with my department to make sure that we are moving the Department of Recreation forward in the City of Providence. So we're looking to improve the quality, access, and equity of the City of Providence recreation centers through community leader and organization collaboration, programming aligned with children and family interest and demographics, data-driven and evidence-based initiatives, enhance systems and processes to create sustainable growth and support to be the best run recreation department in the country. How we're going to do that, we've set a few goals that I want to talk about today, because essentially it's going to look a little bit different with how the recreation department is operating in the future. So what I'm currently doing is I'm diagnosing the current staff and the technology that we use and the systems and the processes to understand the areas of opportunity and growth for the department. And we're looking to improve the accessibility, outreach, and communication of recreation center programs and initiatives through the improved use of technology, website improvement, and the use of social media. We're going to evaluate and improve the relationship with internal and community-based organizations that align with the mission of the Department of Recreation and Mayor Brett Smiley. So, for example, me being here at Parent University is one of those steps so that we can keep that communication open. We're going to create opportunities for programming and trajectory changing initiatives that will enrich the experience of children, families, and community members by creating authentic opportunities to address athletics, health and wellness, food insecurity, and extended learning. We're going to improve the physical infrastructure of recreation buildings through capital improvement projects, ARPA improvements, and resiliency planning. And we're going to focus on hiring recreation staff to drive the mission and goals of the department. And the last thing that we're working on is develop relationships with elementary and secondary schools to build extended learning opportunities that can be accessed across the city. So what we're really here to talk about after you got the brief introduction of the Department of Recreation is what this program Eat, Play, Learn is all about. And just to give you a background of it, during the prior administration, there was some feedback that was given that the city should do a little bit more for summer programming and summer jobs and how we access those opportunities as a city. So the Eat, Play, Learn concept was created. And it's a collaboration between Providence Public Schools, the City of Providence, and the Parks Department and the Recreation Department. And what we do is we come together and put all of these opportunities in one place. Some of you may have attended the Eat, Play, Learn event that was on April 29th at PCTA in Providence, where that was the official kickoff to the summer, where all of the participants of Eat, Play, Learn were there to answer questions or even have families sign up their children for summer activities or for summer job opportunities. And what I wanted to report on today, because on April 29th is when our famous $5 camps, the summer camps, went live, and we did fill each and every camp that we have that day. They typically sell out quickly, and that means the 11 recreation centers that we have all of their seats filled at this point. However, we do have sports camps that still have the opportunity to be filled, and there are still openings. So if you're looking for a baseball camp, a cheer camp, a flag football camp, a track and field camp, or a volleyball camp, there are various dates that they are available, and you can see the openings there. If you can't see the screen, baseball camp is between August 15th and August 18th, and there's 62 openings. The cheer camp is from July 10th to July 14th. That's currently full. The flag football camp is from July 10th to July 14th. That has 25 openings. The track and field camp is from July 3rd to July 7th, and it has 32 openings. And the volleyball camp is available from July 24th to July 28th, and it currently has 7 openings, so it'll fill up probably in the next week or two. All camps are $5, including the baseball and sport camps. And if you visit eatplaylearnpvd.com, that's how you can sign up for the camps. So if you did have any interest in any one of those, please do that as soon as possible. There are other things that happen throughout the city. And so the Parks Department has a wonderful program that you can take advantage of. And it's at Billy Taylor Park, Dexter Park, Fargnoli Park, Harry and Sales, the McGrain Pool, Uniconnecut, the Selma Rogers Park, Wallace Park, and at the Gateway Center. And what happens is that there are events at these places all summer long, and you don't have to sign up for this. You don't have to fill out any forms, and you don't have to pay for anything. If you show up at any of these times from 10:15 to 1:30 p.m., these programs will be going on. There's food available, there's fitness in the park, there's arts and crafts, there's community meals, there's free play, and there's sing and dance parties, and they start and end with circle time. The great thing about this, and I want to make sure I repeat it, is that they are 100% free. They're available at these parks, and you don't have to sign up for anything. You can just show up with your family and participate. The other thing that we do, which is a major component of Eat, Play, Learn, is summer jobs. And every year between the recreation department and the parks department, we hire just about, or in between 360 to 400 teenagers. And we are well known for that, for the amount of teenagers that we employ. But there are other organizations in the city that if you go to that same website, eatplaylearnpvd.com, and you click on summer jobs, you'll see job opportunities from Arise, CCAP, Inspiring Minds Teacher Coordinators, Refugee Development Center, Southside Community Land Trust, AS220, the Boys and Girls Club. CCAP is there twice because they have two programs. There's a younger and an older program. The Federal Hill House Goodwill Center and the Center for Dynamic Learning, and the Providence Housing Authority actually hires a lot of teenagers as well. So there's opportunities for jobs on that website. And if you do have any questions about jobs, you can call our main office or you can call 311, which is the city's information line. One other thing I wanted to speak about very briefly is a PPSD summer school and recreation pilot program, meaning a test program that we're looking to accomplish this summer. The purpose of the program is to create a comprehensive summer program that includes the recreation activities and instruction that will service the needs of the children of the city of Providence. If this is successful, the pilot program will eliminate the choice between summer camp and summer instruction so that children will learn all year, experience camp and recreation activities, and close the learning gaps or achieve learning growth. And for a parent, this is something that's really exciting, and we're hoping that goes well because you no longer have to make that choice between a fun activity, which you know you want your children to participate in, and learning loss, or the fact that you want them to achieve learning growth. And so we thought it would be a good idea if we could, merge those two programs together and see how we could do that with Providence Public Schools. The location of the pilot program is at the Rollins Recreation Center, which is connected to the Young Woods Elementary School on Prairie Avenue. And the facility will utilize the recreation gymnasium and center and the available resources provided by the Department of Recreation, as well as classrooms provided by Providence Public Schools where the students will receive instruction. We're looking to test this program with 120 students, and they'll be divided into two cohorts of 60 students each. And the two cohorts should be K through second grade and third through fifth grade. And the programming is kind of cool. We have a couple of things that we're looking to focus on. Providence Public Schools will focus on the instruction. So you're looking at English language arts, social studies, math, and STEM instruction. So science, technology, engineering, and math. And the Department of Recreation will do the typical recreation activities, focus on the arts, and also municipal exploration. That's not a new concept. I'm just rewording it. And it basically means that we're going to introduce the city to our elementary school students so that they know what resources are available to them, where they can learn in various places in the city, what numbers or resources to call or reach out to should you need assistance, and really get an understanding of how their city works so that they can take advantage of every resource that is afforded to them. And if we go back and we take a look at, for example, when I was talking about summer jobs, there are other summer jobs that are available that aren't on this list that are actually available through internship and other opportunities for our young people. And the more you know about your city, the more you can take advantage of these internships at some of our municipal departments as well. So whether it be DPW, the Parks Department, Recreation, if you're looking to actually prepare yourself for the work environment. So this pilot program will go from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It'll have 2 cohorts. So it'll have a morning and an AM session that the students will switch. They'll receive food, they'll receive activities, they'll receive instruction like we mentioned, and just a great program to be able to try this summer to see if that's something that we can do for all of our students going forward. If you do have any questions about any of the information that we went over, please contact the Recreation Main office at 401-680-7311. If you have a question about the athletics programs that we discussed, so the sports camps, please dial 401-680-7314. And if you did have any questions about the PPSD Rec Summer Program, that pilot program, email me directly at sgrace@providenceri.gov. We are looking to fill those slots currently, and it will be a great program that we hope we can get off of the ground this summer. Thank you, everybody. So I'll take questions if I am able to.
Yes. Stephen, can you, someone did ask the question, if you can go ahead and add the link to the chat for the programs to be able to sign up for the program?
Oh, I did it earlier. They probably wouldn't be able to see it. So let me do it again.
Okay. Please.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. So
I'll
those
do it
of you-
again, just in case. How about that?
Sure. Para lo que necesitan el enlace de los programas para inscribirse, Steven acaba de ponerlo de nuevo en el chat. Lo pueden coger ahí. Okay, so the first question is, what is the age limit? Actually, I think we have 2 questions, the same question, which is, what is the age limit to sign up for these current programs that are open?
The age limits will actually be in the program when you go to sign up at Eat, Play, Learn. Some of them are actually different depending on the skill level of the students. Generally, our programs go from 5 years old to 15 years old for our summer activities. So the camps, if they're participating. At 14, you can actually work at a camp too. So that's actually a possibility. So anywhere from 5 to 15, depending on if you're participating or working. So each individual camp that we talked about, the sports camps, will have a different age limit. And if you go to the website, it'll actually explain that to you before you were to sign up. The camps that are filled, the $5 camps that are filled, unfortunately, those are filled, but those go from 5 to 13.
Okay. And how about the summer jobs? What's the age limit for that? Do you know?
So it actually depends on what position you're looking for. So you can start at 14 and we go up as far as like college students. So we do have folks in their early 20s that work for us during the summer for various positions. So you can really say, if you want to give it a range, from like 14 to 25, depending on, what year they are in college.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. Are any of these programs for high school students?
So the programs for high school students, that's when we start to transition into summer jobs. So it depends on their age. So if you are 13 years old, going into your freshman year, you can participate in a summer activity. Once you get older, there are other programs that you can take advantage of through some of the various programs that I mentioned there that do summer jobs, where they also have activities as well. For recreation specifically, in our what we call an ordinance, if that makes sense. So what the city governs the recreation department to do is service children age 5 to 15 for participation. So anyone older than that, we typically have them as employees or starting internships or working in camps.
Okay. When can, if you're interested in any of the jobs that might be available,
so
when can they apply? Is it too late? Can they still apply?
There are some jobs that are still available. Jobs opened up on April 29th as well. On the 27th of May, some of the correspondence had gone out for the applicants that applied between that time. There are some jobs that are still open to be able to apply to. So if you are interested, I would go on. Not everybody who applied ends up getting a job the first time around, meaning if you applied the first day, you might have found something else by now. So jobs tend to open up. So I would still apply and go online to eatplaylearnpvd.com to make sure that you fill out an application.
Milo, did you want to ask the last two questions? Can you see the questions on your end?
Hi, Karina.
Yes, I can see them.
Okay, if you can ask the last two questions.
Okay, the next question is, can you add soccer to the sports program in the future?
There is a soccer program. It sells out so quick that I didn't even list it. The other ones still have some opportunity. So there is one. It's sold out, I think, 3 days after April 29th.
Wow.
Okay. And the next one is, hi, when does the summer program start and how do I know if my child's application is accepted? When do I find out about transportation?
Is that for a summer camp or for a summer job? I just want to make sure I specify it. I'll answer both. If your child is attending a summer camp as a participant, you should have been notified if you applied in the last 4 weeks that you did get a placement. If you are talking about a summer job placement, then those notifications started going out on May 27th. So you just want to check your email or check their email over the next couple of days to see what the placement is or the offer is.
I just wanted to just take a few minutes, just really quick. I just wanted to give Karina Pinto an opportunity to introduce her. And we do have a few other questions. Okay, Stephen?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Karina.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It is so exciting to be here. What a beautiful crowd. It's like 90 participants. We are so excited. Hi, Stephen. Thank you for presenting today. We have a great presenter tonight for sure. I just wanted to come in quickly. I'm in the middle of another event, so I just wanted to jump here quickly to introduce myself. I am the new Chief of Family and Community Engagement, and I am super excited to be leading this work with such a wonderful team. I look forward to continue to do what I have done for the past 23 years to serve our community students and families. A little bit about myself. I am a Providence graduate. I am a multilingual learner. I am an immigrant from Guatemala. I came to the US when I was 14 years old, and I am a Providence product. And I am very, very proud. My greatest privilege has been serving our students, our families, and community. This is my 23rd year with Providence Schools. I have been a teacher, assistant principal, dean of students, supervisor of multilingual curriculum and instruction. So I have done a lot of things that have really brought me to this work now, where I can continue to do what I enjoy, which is really helping our families and our students. And we're here to serve you. And we are really thrilled to have this many participants on tonight's session. I wonder if it has anything to do with our great presenters, because I also see Juan over here. So thank you so much. Janet, did you have an opportunity to talk about attendance in FAFSA?
No, I didn't. If you can go ahead, please.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to also use this platform to really promote and highlight, to seek your support with our Providence Schools initiatives. Right now, we are really focusing on attendance. It is really, really important that your child comes to school every day. Remember that if they are not in school, they are not learning, and that's not what we want, right? We want our kids to learn. We want our kids to get the most out of their education. So please send them to school. We need them here until the very end of school. So school's not over. It's June already, tomorrow, I believe. But school is not over. So please continue to send your child to school until the last day. And for those parents who are here, who have kids in high school who are seniors and are graduating, two things. First of all, congratulations on such a great accomplishment. And then second of all, I want to remind you that please complete the FAFSA application. That is the federal financial assistance application, to make sure that this is how it is determined how much financial aid your child qualifies for. It is super important that you complete it. If your child has doesn't have like a Social Security, we have like an alternative financial aid form that they can also complete and support. We want to make sure that all of the money that's out there to help your child to pursue secondary education is going with them. It follows them. We don't want to leave it behind. Last year, we left over $5 million behind on financial aid because we didn't fill out our FAFSA application. So please, if you have seniors, congratulations, number one, reach out to your school counselor or to our office, FACE office, 456-0686, and we'll be able to connect you with that to support you with the application completion. That's all on my end. I look forward to continue collaboration.
Great. Thank you so much, Karina, for stopping by. Okay. So we have more questions on here. Stephen, if you can add, if there's any other phone number, I added the 311, answer that question for someone else. If 311 is, you did mention that folks can call 311 as well. Okay.
Yes. I'm answering some of the questions in here as well. So the ones that I can get to, I will get to.
Yep. If you can, if you've answered any, do you remember the question and perhaps what might be the answer, because our folks can't see the question, just in case someone else is online did not ask the question, but might, wonder what that was.
I believe we left off with the question about when summer programs start, which is July 3rd. And then there was a question about transportation. Do we provide transportation at camps? No, we do not. We don't provide transportation to and from camp. We do provide transportation to activities around the city once the children are in camp. But Providence Public Schools does provide transportation to summer school.
Okay, very good. So there's another question. How can you follow up for a summer job if you haven't heard anything yet?
Those responses are going out right now. So I would say give it a couple of days. If you don't hear anything, call the main number, which is, let me go and give it to you again. And I'll type it in the chat. Give me one moment. And I should know it by heart, but I'm still brand new. I'm sorry. It's 401-680-7311.
Can we put it in the chat? You did
Yep.
put it there? Okay, thank you. I just wanted to remind those that have joined us a little bit late just to how to access our interpreters that are online right now. Para los padres que necesitan escuchar esta presentación y el resto de la reunión en español, por favor miren hacia abajo de su pantalla al interpretation, que es un globo. Ahí pueden entonces darle clic y van a ver el idioma español. Es el servicio que estamos dando hoy, para que entonces le hagan clic al idioma español y de una vez van a escuchar el intérprete. Okay. Let me see. I don't know if you answered this question. Up to what age can you apply for a summer job?
That's a tricky question because of like the fact that we do take college interns as well, and we have college students that apply. So you would see anywhere from 14 to age 25 is generally the age group that we hire for summer positions.
Okay. Do you have summer job programs for students in special ed? I just saw that somewhere.
I just answered that.
Okay.
So I can answer it live as well. We don't have a specific program for students in special education, but we don't exclude anyone from any of our programs either. But if you're asking about a specific program, there isn't. Providence Public Schools does have an extended school year specifically for special education students. So if we're talking about the entire Eat, Play, Learn landscape, which Providence Public Schools is a part of, they do have a specific program.
Someone's asking the question regarding the Summer Stars Learning Academy.
Don't have information on that.
Okay. Ok, sé que no es el tema, pero cuando pueden hacer charlas de consentimiento para que los
I'm trying to answer some of the questions. So the same one you're reading, Janet.
Okay.
So I just said that thank you for the feedback. It is super important. So next year, when we launch Parent University again, we'll make sure to include a survey where participants can give us feedback as to what topics we should be bringing to the through the Parent University platform.
Okay. So someone asked, do you need working papers?
Yes, if you are under the age, what is it, 16 and a half, right? If you're under that age, you need working papers.
Yes.
And there was a question about individual rec centers and not sports specifically, like what is a typical day like? Is that a question for the summer? Or is that a question generally?
Okay, so if that person can answer that question in the Q&A. Okay, so the website is eatplaylearnpvd.com, correct?
Correct. Yep.
So Heidi, that is the website, okay? Alrighty.
There is a good question, which said overall, are there plans to have programs for the students in age like the 15 to 18? So yes, that's actually something that I'm speaking about currently. I actually brought it up to the city council last week because of what our ordinance states, which is we serve ages 5 to 15. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to turn anyone away. It's just how we're governed. So I'm working on plans for that right now. Like, what does it look like to work with students through their entire high school career, as opposed to being told to stop at age 15, if that makes sense.
Okay. And you said you did answer the question regarding the typical day at a rec center?
I asked a follow-up, which was, is that for summer or is that for generally throughout the year? Because I can answer both, right? So the difference between the summer and throughout the normal year is the access to pools and water parks, which changes the activities for the summer as opposed to what happens in the winter. So there's a lot of programming that has been introduced. It's just not a lot of people know about them because, as you saw in one of the goals of the recreation department, is to communicate more so that you know more about the programming. But there are, arts. There's reading programs. There's technology programs. There's field trips to the different places in the city, like, the zoo, botanical gardens. There's, I'm trying to think like more of the non-sports activities. There's movie nights, there's homework assistance, there's tutoring. And with this new summer pilot program that I was discussing, there's going to be the municipal exploration. There's going to be introduction into not just arts, but like project-based learning through art, and a number of activities that are available. So the typical day is you get there at around 7:45, 7:30, 8 a.m. And those are the activities you do during the day. You have a breakfast, you have a snack, you have a lunch, you have a snack, and then you're dismissed at around 5:30 p.m. for the typical recreation camp. During that day, you're going to go swimming, you're going to visit water parks, you're going to basically eat, play, and learn, which is, kind of cliche to say, but that's actually what you do.
Okay, the next question.
Oh, you're muted, Milo.
Sorry. The next question is asking, is there any summer reading programs for age 5?
Specific to age 5, I don't know if it's actually specifically for age 5. So I couldn't answer that in good faith and say yes. There are reading programs that a 5-year-old can participate in, if that makes sense. Nothing specifically for the age group. But generally, there are reading programs at the recreation, and that happens through the Providence libraries, actually.
I think that's a good question also at the school level. So that would be for a kindergartner. And so you might want to also make sure that you ask your school. I believe flyers had gone out a couple of weeks ago with regard to the summer programs. And so there's still opportunity there. Okay. Go ahead, Milo.
Definitely at the library level. I know I saw something about that.
Mhm.
All right, the next question. Is there transportation for the baseball programs?
No, we do not provide transportation to and from any of the camps or the sport camps.
Okay. And there's one more, Milo, if you want to grab that one. Ed. Oh, there goes Ed. Go ahead.
So it says, generally, I see the centers are underutilized, meaning there's not much structured organization
Organized
activities happening. Any plan to do more at the rec centers?
Yes. The goals that we spoke about kind of actually address that. So essentially, I uncovered that and realized that we need to do more structured activities, but specifically non-athletic activities, things that are more catered towards mental health, just health and wellness in general, education, extended learning opportunities, technology, et cetera. So that is the plan, and that's one of the goals. And so we're actually doing a lot to make that happen. Hiring new staff that will be specifically focused on that. I was hired to work on the extended learning and the alternative programming. Sadly, I did leave Providence Public Schools to do so, but it was in good faith to continue the work. And so that's part of the plan here.
Okay. So there are no more. Well, actually, is there one more?
There is one more, but it's about Providence Promise, which is a great segue.
Look at that. That's right, Juan. You are up. Okay, well, thank you so much, Stephen. I think that, again, for those of you who were asking for the website, the phone number for the summer programs, again, in the Recreation Center specifically, please look at the chat. The link is still there, Eat, Learn, and Play. Also 311, and also Stephen did add another phone number. Just look at the chat and just grab that information. So that way, you can learn more about these particular programs at the rec centers.
And Janet, mine says only hosts and panelists. So I didn't know if that was actually getting to everybody, just in case.
Okay.
So I don't know.
What I'll do is I'll ask the participants if someone can let me know if you are able to grab the link that's on the chat. And if you can't, then we'll go ahead and just open it up again. Just change a feature on our end. Let us know if you can click on the because it's not a live link, right, Stephen? They actually would have to grab it and just put it in their own browser, I think.
Correct. And I answered that question a couple times in the Q&A, which it says it's public. So if they go in there, I'll actually type an answer again with the website.
Okay. So Reina, if you want to start one, if you want to try again, otherwise, let me just change this really quick. Okay, really quick. Hold on.
I can see it in my end.
Yeah, but I think it's the feature that we have here. It does say host and panelist.
Yeah.
So I'll change it to everyone. And then Reina, if you can go ahead and confirm if you're able to see the link and the phone numbers in the chat, please. Just let us know in the Q&A. Katia and Reina, if you can just check the chat again.
Oh, I think I can do it to everyone now.
Okay.
There it is. And then I'm putting the phone number in again.
So we do have a parent that made a comment regarding the jobs. She says, so I'll say it in Spanish. ¿Por qué da tanto trabajo inscribir un niño en un programa de verano y siempre está lleno? So actually it's about summer jobs. Why is it so hard to, sign up for a summer job, but then they just, they just fill up so quickly?
It's a great question. I don't have the answer to that yet. It is not easy. That's something that I have to look at. It was my first time experiencing it. I know that it can be easier. We're actually working on that, but I don't have a timeline for that. Sorry, just yet. It fills up quickly. That the second part of the question, even though it's a difficult process, because it's been a pretty good program that you can get access to, and have a summer job pretty easily. So, and it's been that way for a number of years. So, there's always been an opportunity to have a job and earn money with the recreation department or the parks department.
Alrighty. So again, the chat is still open. The phone number is there, and also the website. You can go ahead and just just go ahead and learn more about some information there. Okay, so just this is the last question about sports. Even though the sport camp seems, is there a chance to sign up? So I know that you had this slide that showed one was closed. So this is for Geraldine, who's just asking the question. She might have come in a little later and didn't see which one was available. So Geraldine, si quiere mirar en la pantalla, él va a poner de nuevo la lista de campamentos de deporte. Y hay uno que está cerrado, pero hay otros que están abiertos. Y para inscribirse, tiene que coger el enlace, ¿verdad? Del sitio web que está en el chat o llamar en el teléfono.
And baseball camp, flag football camp, track and field camp, and volleyball camp still have openings.
Okay, so hay como 5 programas todavía, Jarilyn, si está interesada todavía en los programas de deporte. Okay. So, Stephen, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
You are welcome to exit and enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will keep in touch, okay?
All right. Thank you, Janet.
Thank
Nice
you
seeing
so
everybody.
much. Yes, same here. Okay, everyone, do not leave, please. We have Juan Rosales, who's going to talk to us about Providence Promise. And so I'm going to go ahead and just, and please do not leave. He's going to tell you all about this program, okay? And so remember, we do have some giveaways at the very end. We have 4 items to give away. And so please stay on with us. Juan will be with us for the next 10 minutes, and then we'll have some questions and answers, and then right away get into the giveaways. So Juan, go right ahead and just introduce yourself and share.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? My name is Juan Rosales. I'm from Providence Promise, and I'm glad to have you all here with me today. I'm going to share with you some very important information about our early scholarships that you can have with the state of Rhode Island, and also about our program that helps you earn early scholarships. Now, this is very important because this is a program that will help you earn more than just education. It will actually help you earn dollars that go straight into your college savings account. So to begin, I just want to give you a quick program overview. This is an early scholarship program that offers our families that are enrolled with Providence Promise and their children specific opportunities to earn these scholarships, which are then invested into a college savings account with the state of Rhode Island called the College Bound Saver 529 accounts. These opportunities are designed to encourage, improve, and the continuation of overall academic success and well-being throughout the child's, for children from birth all the way to high school. And, so what are the incentives? What are these early scholarships being provided? Well, Providence Promise provides incentives in the form of dollar amount that we can contribute to your college savings account. So this is not a point system. This is not something that you have to borrow or that you have to return. This is actual dollars that go into your college savings account because the parent will be the owner of those college savings accounts and the children will be the beneficiaries. This means that only you are the sole owner of those accounts. So once Providence Promise puts the dollars into that account, they become automatically your money at the end of that month. Okay, so in addition to the monthly contributions that you could make into your own college savings accounts, you can earn these early scholarships or incentives in a number of ways. And then the state of Rhode Island will actually help you earn interest on those accounts once you have them, and all the money that gets put in there. So as an example of an incentive is ways that parents and children do things in education. So it could be a parent writing, you could be doing some artwork, you could be doing some arts and crafts, you could be doing sports. We have a whole document dedicated to different things that you can do. For example, earning some of these incentives, you can do them in so many ways. There are so many things that people are doing out there. So we are not literally just telling you what to do. So for example, any kind of programs that the Providence Public School departments have, we will incentivize for you to join them. So if, like, for example, the Parks and Recreations, if you join Providence Promise, all of those programs that he offered to you, we will also be paying into that account because you are joining those programs. We just want kids active, parents active all year round. So sometimes we have workshops, sometimes we participate on videos like today, that if you were a Parents Promise parent, you would actually just take a picture of the screen and say, I was there tonight, and you would submit that to us and we will pay into that account. You can join any kind of parent council or youth council, book reports, reading logs, all of these things are available with your school or with us as a program, or through it, or any other kind of after school program you may want to join. Referrals also earn you money. So if you tell another parent about us, yes, you can earn money that way too, and so many other different ways. Submitting the incentives is very easy. We provide you one telephone number, we provide you one email address. So if you need to take a picture and submit to us of let's say, for example, the reading log that you did this entire week, or that school, your children got done in school and they send it to you via an email, you can just submit it to an email. You can take a picture of the school grades, low absenteeism. You're filling out, reports as a parent, or maybe you're trying to do your FAFSA, or you're filling out these surveys. Maybe you're going to the libraries or do sports. It all gets incentivized so that you can earn these early scholarships with Providence Promise. And we have the guides to be able to see and know how to submit, how much money you will actually earn. But we can't name them all, believe me. We are now very used to people letting us know what it is that they want to do. So we do provide workshop guidelines where we have workshops, and we also have our own programming that we send to you in a monthly calendar, so that you're not out there looking for what to do to earn this money. We will help you do that ourselves here at Providence Promise once you join us, okay? So we do have an incentive cap. This means that parents and children can only earn up to $250 a month. And this is from birth until they graduate high school. So that's about $3,000 a year. So imagine what a wonderful college savings account you would have if you were to put your own money in there and then allow the state of Rhode Island, the Office of the General Treasurer of the state of Rhode Island, to allow you to invest that money and grow this account even more so. Our children right now, we have about 1,000 children enrolled, well, more than 1,000, and our children already hold, as of the first quarter this year, $1.2 million in their college savings accounts. Money that they would not have unless it was for Providence Promise. So money that goes in is money that you're never going to have to take out of your pocket ever again, okay? So receiving the incentives, usually we allow you to, until the last day, the last moment to submit your last incentive for that month. And then within a week or two or 7 to 10 days on the following month, that will be reflected in your college savings account. So we are flexible. You can decide. Our program is a parent-driven organization. Sometimes you let us know what it is that you want to learn about or know about or communicate about, and we will have the presenters come there, and every time to answer your questions, and every single time you do any of that, we will be paying into that account up to $250 every month. Okay, so if you have any questions, I will definitely reach out to me, and I will provide all the information. Like, for example, I can provide our annual report, like by the numbers page, and you can see us here and completely, and you can see all demographics about who we serve in this community and participants, etc. So please get in touch with me, and I will be able to help you out, do the entire process completely for free. So because it doesn't make sense that we want to give you early scholarships and then for some reason take any kind of money away from you. Everything is completely free. So if you have any questions, I could definitely take those right now.
Okay, so if anyone has any questions from Juan, again, you have the option to raise your hand or write in your comment or question in the Q&A. So we do have a raised hand, and we also have a question in the Q&A, Juan. And so in the Q&A, it says, un niño que está en una charter school puede calificar a la beca. So let me just translate that in English. So if you're a child that's in a charter school, can they also qualify for the scholarship?
Yes, all Providence public school students and all charter school students qualify for the program.
Okay, very good.
And I think earlier somebody had mentioned something about whether you were a citizen or so as long as you have a social security number and a NITIN number, you can also qualify to get a college savings account here in the state of Rhode Island.
Okay, and I'll take this one Q&A, and then I'll go to raise hand. We have 3 people raising their hand. So very quickly, the Q&A says, how much do parents contribute each month, and is there a minimum?
Correct. So we obviously will always provide you, most people want to contribute like about 1%. That's the recommendation from birth. But we know that a lot of children already have, time has passed, and some children are already even in the 9th grade. So, but you can contribute as much as you want. For example, some parents can contribute as little as $5. That would be the minimum. If you have, financial difficulties, we will give you a recommendation. But one of the things that we don't want your contribution to discourage earning our dollars. So if you can contribute 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever it is that you want, you're more than welcome to. It is your account after all. You make the decision.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call out for Freddie. Freddie, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself. You raised your hand. Go ahead, Freddie.
Sí. Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Dice Freddie.
Soy esposa de Freddy. Nosotros tenemos una hija estudiando. Mi nombre es Vilma. Yo necesito saber si el número que puso ahí ahorita, el que terminó de hablar, si ese número es de él para yo poder llamarle.
Pero usted dice,
mañana sería.
¿Usted dice para el programa de verano o ahora mismo para Juan Rosales?
Para Juan Rosales.
Ok, so Juan, ¿usted lo puso en el chat?
No, pero está en la pantalla, si quieres.
Yo lo copié.
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Sí, en ese mismo teléfono me pueden enviar su nombre, su teléfono y a qué horas puedo alcanzar hacia ustedes. Si también tienen un correo electrónico, con mucho gusto a través de eso les puedo mandar nuestra información para que ustedes puedan ver el programa completo y después entrar en preguntas y respuestas y cómo y toda la función de cómo se hace se inscriben al programa y se hacen todas las aplicaciones, que básicamente sería yo el que los lleva de la mano a atravesar todo eso completamente.
Okay. So,
Ok,
gracias, señora.
gracias.
So, Juan, if you can just reply
Sure,
in English.
definitely. So yes, so the question was whether that was my telephone number and if I can be called at this number to be able to help and give you the information. I said, sure, that is my number of the screen. You can definitely call me there. And if you do, I will send you all my information so that you can have it readily available. And then I would also initially ask for your telephone number, your name, and an email address so that I can provide you with the information about our program. And if you have, and we'll get that way after you view our information, we can then get on a call and we could be able to teach you, what the process is like, what we need, and basically I will guide you and take you through the entire process myself.
Okay. So we have a few others here, and then we also have some in the Q&A. So I'll take another raised hand. This will be Santa. Santa, if you can unmute yourself. Si puede activar su micrófono a Santa. Vaya.
Ok,
Okay. Haga su pregunta o comentario.
ok, muy buenas tardes. Yo soy madre de un niño, ya lo tengo inscrito en esto del programa de
Providence.
ProMais.
Okay.
Ajá. Pero mi pregunta es sobre las actividades de verano. Como entré un poquito tarde, mi hijo tiene 10 años. ¿Hasta qué edad o tiene un límite de edad?
Okay. So mom is asking the question. She's already participating in the Providence Promise program. So she's already a member, but she did come in a little late. And so she's asking about the age limits for the summer program. So I'm just going to answer that question really quick in Spanish. Entonces, señora Santa, lo que le voy a pedir, por favor, si usted me puede confirmar, si usted puede mirar el chat para ver si usted puede mirar el teléfono y también el sitio web que dice eLearn Play. Este es el sitio web donde se puede entrar para más información sobre el programa de verano. Para la edad de 10 años, sí, claro, lo que pasa es que muchos programas están ya cerrados, pero sí tienen algunos espacios para programas de deporte. Entonces debe de llamar al número 311 o puede llamar el otro número que está en el chat que empieza con 680. Esa es la oficina de las oficinas de recreación, el 680-7311. Y también se puso el sitio web para que pueda también buscar en el internet. Usted lo puede mirar en el chat.
Ok.
¿Usted puede mirar el chat?
Yo le tiré foto, yo le tiré foto al 4, ¿cómo dice? 401-6880.
Sí, 7311.
Ok, yo le tiré copia. Ok.
Muy
¿O me
bien.
interesa algún deporte? Gracias,
Gracias a usted. Cuídese.
Janet.
Gracias.
Igual.
Y señora Santa, ya que está aquí presente en esta pantalla, usted puede tomarle la fotografía de esta pantalla y
Ya la
enviarle
tomé.
esta fotografía a Lucrecia. Y cuando su niño entre en algún deporte, acuérdese que nosotros pagamos $100 por deporte por temporada, ¿ok?
Oh, gracias, ya la copié. Gracias.
Bien. Gracias, señora Santa.
Gracias, señora
De
Santa.
nada. Pasa buen día. Dios bendiga.
Igualmente. Gracias. Okay.
So I was also letting Santa know that since she already is enrolled in Providence Promise, she can just take a picture of the screen because she's joined us for this information session to inform herself and educate herself about, what her child and what he or she can participate in. And then she will get an incentive, an early scholarship just for being here tonight. But if she enrolls her child in the sports, Providence Promise pays $100 per season per sport into that account.
Okay. So, Marta Correa. Marta Correa, por favor, active su micrófono. If you can unmute yourself, please. Okay.
Sí, muy buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes, señora Marta.
Sí, yo también estoy ya en el programa de Providence Promise. Ya tengo un buen tiempecito ahí, yo creo que ya este es el segundo o tercer año, algo así.
Qué bueno.
Me gusta, pero ya que están hablando de esto, qué bueno que lo tienen aquí porque tengo una pregunta y no la he podido hacer. Se me ha olvidado llamar. Sé que la edad llega hasta los 18 años, ¿verdad? ¿Salen automático o cómo es la situación? ¿Hasta qué edad tienen el programa que ellos están inscritos?
Sí, el programa ha evolucionado un poquito más hace 6 meses atrás. Ahora, cuando los niños van a la universidad, nosotros ya tenemos un programa nuevo donde ellos pueden seguir ganando nuestros incentivos, o sea, nuestras becas, para ayudarle a traspasar el primer año universitario. Por ejemplo, siempre hay cosas que hacer para asegurar que ellos se sientan cómodos, sepan lo que están haciendo, navegar lo necesario, y ese programa ya lo tenemos dispuesto también cuando ya está en el programa Providence Promise. Por ejemplo, sus preguntas, ahí está el teléfono de Lucrecia Méndez, lo ve en la pantalla. Ese es el mismo teléfono donde usted manda sus incentivos. Con Lucrecia Méndez usted también puede hablar de esto.
Ok, está bien.
Conmigo, o llamando a cualquiera de los dos.
Ay, gracias, sí, le agradezco. Sí, cualquier cosa, pues yo me comunico entonces. Sí me han tenido con eso, pero solo será mi pregunta, aprovechando que estaba aquí en vivo.
Gracias, Marta.
Gracias.
Y me alegra mucho que lo hayan alargado, le digo yo, que lo hayan puesto un poquito más.
Muy bien. Gracias, gracias.
So just
Go ahead.
just letting Martha know, because the question was, do we extend this program just up to the when they finish high school? And she has not been able to ask that question. And I told her that about 6 months ago, we extended the program to 1 year of college. So where we actually have the programming to help the first year of the student in college be able to do certain things that they must get done in order for them to feel comfortable and go through that first year and have a wonderful experience and be able to do more for themselves in their education. Meanwhile, yes, we will be paying into that account if they join our first year of college students moving forward.
Okay, so we're going to go to Q&A. Jenny, if you can go ahead and read the last 2 questions that are at the bottom, please.
Yes. Hi, Senor Juan. One of the question is, how can I apply for scholarship?
Right. So the way to apply is by calling me. There's my number and there's my email address. But if you give me a call, I will take your information. I will send you our DocuSign document. And then after that, once it's returned signed, I will definitely we'll set up a meeting to do the actual enrollment into the college savings account. And once that's done on the same day, you can start earning our early scholarships. Just call me.
Great. Jenny, it looks like Dana, who's on here, she had the same question. How can she apply for the Providence Promise program?
Right. Just a phone call away. Me. Okay.
Another question is, if there are more information regarding a scholarship, can be mailed for parents to read more?
Yeah, when our students are in our program, and we also will help them fill out FAFSA, fill out the Pell Grants, fill out any other opportunities that are out there to get more scholarships. And then while we're doing all that, we will actually pay into that account for, to help the parent and the child accomplish this task.
So can the parents get more information by mail?
Yes, if once I get in touch, you get in touch with me, you call me, I do ask for your email address, or they can just email me at my jrosalespvdpromise.org, and then I will answer and send any information through your email address. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, we have one last raised hand. So I'm going to go ahead and call Soani Alvarado. Soani, si puede activar su micrófono, por favor.
Aló, ¿me escucha?
Muy bien, se le escucho. Vaya.
Sí, muy bien.
Bendiciones. Yo siempre quería hablar con el señor Juan Rosales y nunca hemos podido. Hoy está ocupado, yo estoy ocupada, pero qué bien que estamos aquí.
Gracias.
La pregunta es, si los niños no tienen un documento legal como son inmigrantes y están en una charter, pues ya escuché que sí pueden aplicar para, aunque estén en una charter, pero una vez llegan a los 18 años, ellos, ¿cómo reciben ese dinero si aún no son legales en este país? ¿O se pierde ese dinero? ¿O cómo sucede?
No, el dinero nunca se va a perder. Primero, para poder inscribirse a una cuenta universitaria como el estado de Rhode Island, necesitan tener mínimo un número ITIN. Con ese número se puede formalizar esta cuenta universitaria. Como usted es la única dueña de esta cuenta, usted siempre puede transferir este dinero a los 18 años de edad a otra cuenta como a la del niño, o pagar la universidad de su niño por si al caso usted prefiere siempre mantener ese control. También puede transferir.
Entonces, un ejemplo, perdón que lo interrumpa para entender mejor. Yo tengo un seguro social.
Ok.
Pero 3 de mis niños, solo uno tiene también seguro social. Las 2 niñas tienen
Un ITIN.
un ITIN. Entonces, ¿cómo sucede ahí al llegar a los 18 años y que ellos reciban ese dinero para ir a la universidad?
Sí, porque en la cuenta, acuérdese que usted es la dueña, los niños, usted es la dueña de la cuenta, los niños son los beneficiarios, o sea que ellos están debajo de usted. O sea que a la vez de que usted decida cómo repartir ese dinero para ellos o pagar las universidades o las escuelas a las que ellos quieran atender, porque no importa qué adiestramiento van a seguir, ese dinero siempre va a ser recibido. Y se puede mudar de estado, porque en todos los estados en los Estados Unidos están a 529. También si los niños deciden ir a una universidad en el país suyo, entonces usted también puede mandar a pagar esa cuenta a esas universidades o adiestramientos que ellos quieran. Siempre pueden obtener ese dinero, siempre. Es su dinero.
Suponiendo pues que estamos en un proceso legal, ¿verdad? Para obtener papeles aquí y pues, primero Dios, ¿verdad? Que así sea. So, claro. Si nos vamos para Guatemala, ¿ellos pueden usar ese dinero allá? ¿Me dice?
También lo pueden utilizar. Usted puede dejar la cuenta, digamos, abierta aquí antes de los 18 años, si usted desea. Y entonces el Estado sigue creciendo esas cuentas con el interés. Usted desea que esos intereses le ayuden también a crecer la cuenta. Entonces ya cuando ellos vayan a la universidad, ustedes pueden transferir ese dinero completamente a una cuenta bancaria, ya sea de su niño, o pagar la universidad, o transferirla a otra cuenta suya, sin que haya ningún tipo de problema.
Oh, wow, excelente. Sí, es que ese es mi menester. Los niños están ahorita en una competencia de honor rolls en la escuela. Ellos están persiguiendo la universidad, desde ya están soñando con eso. Y ese es pues son 5 niños, imagínense, tengo que ver por ellos. Pero gracias por la respuesta, señor Juan.
Imagínense poder ganar $250 por cada niño y son 5. O sea, serían como $1,250 que usted puede estar ganando cada mes con Providence.
Wow, sí. Y yo voy a todas las actividades que usted puede imaginar. Pero bueno, le agradezco mucho toda su información y espero que podamos conectarnos en algún momento, primero Dios.
Sí, está bien. Solo tome mi información y asegúrese de llamarme, ¿ok? Yo la conecto completamente, ¿ok?
Perfecto. Muchísimas gracias. Bendiciones a todos ahí.
Gracias, igual.
Should I say that in English or not?
Please, briefly.
Okay. So definitely, yes, this is your account, right? The parent is unsure for many reasons as to in questions whether this account can be utilized in the way that they require, even if a child goes to outside of the United States for an education. Yes, you can do that. You can transfer this account into another state because the 529 accounts are actually in every single state in the United States. This is an IRS code. That's why it's called a 529. It is with federal dollars that your money grows in these accounts with the state of Rhode Island, basically.
Okay, so we have one raised hand before we go here. Let me see.
I have another question here.
Mhm.
En español dice, si los niños tienen una beca adicional como la FAFSA y le cubre toda la universidad, ¿qué pasa con ese dinero del programa de Promise? If the kids have FAFSA and they cover the whole university, what happened with the Promise, the program for the Promise money?
Yeah, definitely. Again, the account is it only has one owner, and that's the parent, correct? So you are the owner, like you would be the owner of any other account. So like if you receive FAFSA, or if you receive and the full university gets paid for, no worries, you still have the money to be able to do maybe continue further education. You can also transfer that money to your grandchildren if you want, and then they would have 18 years old to grow that college savings account. Or the parent can use it themselves to continue their own education. So this is, again, to remind you that this is your account, your money. Ok, en español, básicamente este dinero, la pregunta es qué le pasa si ustedes reciben pago completamente, o sea, se paga la universidad completamente por el FAFSA o cualquier otra beca que puedan estar logrando. De nuevo, acuérdense que la cuenta solo tendrá un dueño y ese es el padre. El padre después puede decidir, eso no le va a afectar, el dinero se queda allí, the money stays there. Es su dinero, usted puede transferírselo a un nieto si usted quiere y después el nieto tiene 18 años para poder crecer esa cuenta también. O también se la puede utilizar usted misma como padre para si usted quiere seguir sus propios estudios más adelante, o buscar un doctorado, o buscar otro tipo de educación, o buscar otro título, como ustedes quieran. ¿Ok? Es su dinero. Does that answer your question, Jenny?
Yes, of course. Another parents have another questions. Marisol Rojas, and the question is, at what age the kids can start participating in that program to go to college? ¿A qué edad pueden los niños participar en el programa para ir a la universidad?
Right. So Providence Promise enrolls, our youngest child was 2 months old. So we have programming already in place in our document of programs, so that we can do the social emotional, we can do the physical, we can do the early literacy. And we have, like playing on the floor, and we'll pay for everything. So from birth all the way up to 9th grade. By the time you're in 9th grade, you should already have a college savings account. And very few, if your child is in 10th grade, 11th grade, we will have to make a determination based on the family.
Okay.
But from birth. O sea que desde nacimiento nuestras familias pueden participar para poder entrar y empezar a ganar nuestras becas tempranas con Providence Promise. Nuestro niño más pequeño fue de 2 meses de edad.
Okay.
Thank you.
If I can have Veneta raised her hand, if she can unmute. Si Veneta puede activar su micrófono, por favor. Veneta, if you can unmute yourself, you raised your hand. Okay. Let me see. Libanesa, si tiene alguna pregunta, if you have a question, please unmute yourself. Active su micrófono, por favor, para contestar su pregunta. Muchas gracias. Gracias. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo se encuentran el día de hoy?
Muy bien,
gracias. Buenas tardes, señora Libanesa.
Gracias por la importante información que nos tienen para nuestros hijos. Mi pregunta es la siguiente. Mi hijo ya tiene 16 años. Está en el nivel 11, pero él trabaja. En el caso de los jóvenes que trabajan, ellos el Estado le hace una deducción para el plan de ahorro de estudiante o no.
En nuestro programa, los niños tienen que estar inscritos ya para el 9º grado. Y acabo de dejar saber de que si están en grados más altos, tendríamos que ver esto caso por caso para poder ver si podemos permitirlos en nuestro programa, porque no tendrán mucho tiempo para ahorrar dinero.
Ok, entiendo. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Okay, so Juan, there is a question. So it says here, looking at the list of things that count toward earning a contribution, one of them is being on a sports team. It says to submit proof, but I'm wondering what that proof would be.
Sure. You can definitely take a team picture. It will be proof. Usually it has a date that we can associate that with. You can name the group, or if the group itself sends you you probably filed an application and they probably sent you a welcome letter. You can just, forward that to our email, and that we will provide to you, which is, incentive@pvdpromise.org. And then we will count that and send $100 for participating in any sports, every sport.
Okay, and this is just a follow-up to your answer. Our sports teams at Nathan Bishop are not that organized. Smiley face. Okay, so that was just a comment. And Jenny, if you could read the last question we have here, we're going to get ready to go into our giveaways. Go ahead. You're muted, Jenny. Okay.
Another question is, if my child is a 9th grader, can still participate or apply for this program, and how?
Yes.
Si mi hijo, te lo voy a decir en español, si mi hijo está en el 9 grado, todavía puede aplicar a este programa, y cómo. Thank you.
Exactly. Yes, you can still, if your child is in 9th grade, you can still have a good 4 years to grow this college savings account, which is, I think, is sort of like the minimum that the state requires to, help you, earn some good interest and be safe in investment. And you can just contact me, and my telephone number is there, and my email address is in front of your screen, and then I'll get you started. So la pregunta es si mi niño está en 9º grado, todavía puede participar, y cómo le hago para hacerlo. Sí, su niño en 9º grado todavía tiene la oportunidad de que el estado de Rhode Island le ayude a crecer también esta cuenta universitaria, ganar nuestro dinero por lo menos unos 4 años, que yo creo que es el requisito mínimo para poder invertir y ganar intereses también, seguramente. Y pueden llamarme al teléfono que está en su pantalla. Yo soy Juan Rosales, y también ahí está mi teléfono y mi correo electrónico en su pantalla, y yo me encargaría de completamente hacerle todo para ustedes.
Okay, so Jenny, we have this last Q&A, please.
Okay. Once I sign up for the Providence Promise, can I retroactive earn it for a sport player in previous year or other activities completed before? Si firmo para Providence Promise, puedo ganar retroactivamente lo que he ganado anteriormente jugando deporte de los previos años o en actividades que he completado anteriormente.
No, se empieza a ganar desde el momento que se inscriban. So you cannot earn for having been participating in sports or any other activity in previous years. You start earning at the moment that you enroll, because we need the college savings account to be able to put our money in there, and we cannot go retroactively.
Okay. Okay, we're going to take 2 more questions. And again, we just want to go ahead and just make sure that you're taking a picture of the slide that's on your screen, so you can have more time to speak to either Juan or Lucrecia. Again, both of their names, their phone numbers, and their email addresses are on the screen, okay? So we're going to take 2 more questions from raised hand. Claudia Hernandez. Claudia Hernandez, if you can go ahead and unmute yourself. Claudia. Claudia, si puede activar su micrófono, por favor. ¿Puede hacer su pregunta? Claudia Hernández. Okay. Let me see. Carla de Almeida. Carla de Almeida, you have a question? Please unmute yourself. Carla, si tiene alguna pregunta, por favor, active su micrófono. Que ya no vamos. We're almost ending. So, Carla, if you have a question, please unmute yourself. I cannot unmute you. Yo no le puedo activar su micrófono, señora Carla. Necesitamos que... Okay, she put her hand down. I think she didn't mean to do that. Okay. And, okay, so the last one here, Lilian Tejada. Lilian Tejada, ¿tiene alguna pregunta? If you have a question, please unmute yourself. Active su micrófono, por favor. Vaya.
Sí, hola, buenas tardes.
Buenas.
Buenas tardes.
Sí, yo tengo mi niña de que va para 9 grado y yo quiero saber cómo hago para inscribirla a ella
Sí.
sobre ese programa.
Sí, todo el procedimiento es hecho por mí porque yo soy la persona de inscripción.
375.
O sea, mi teléfono está en la pantalla.
375. Ajá.
Mi teléfono está aquí en la pantalla, enfrente suyo, el 401-305-0496. También está mi nombre y mi correo electrónico. Con tal de que me mande un texto, yo de ahí empiezo el procedimiento dejándole saber toda la información. Y todo el proceso de aplicación sin pena, eso nosotros lo hacemos completamente para ustedes. Yo mismo lo hago.
Ok, perfecto. Yo estaré pendiente y los llamaré. Ok,
Gracias.
muchísimas gracias en mi pregunta. Gracias.
Gracias. Okay, so this ends our session here on Providence Promise. So we want to make sure that you take a picture. Oh, so Juan, because Juan had to repeat it a few times, we want to just make sure one last time, please take a picture of this screen and make sure, this slide, it has the phone numbers and also the email addresses for Juan Rosales and also Lucrecia Mendez from Providence Promise, and they'll be happy to answer any questions. Again, to apply for the program, you have to reach one of them. So please just make sure that you take a picture of this and just call them tomorrow or send them a quick email right now, okay, as soon as you leave our session here. But do not leave yet, please, because we need your feedback. We want you to complete a feedback form that I'm about to put in the chat. So we really need your feedback because this is our last Parent University session for this school year, and we will have more sessions for next year, but we will need your responses based on this parent feedback form that I'm going to put in the chat. So we need your information because we're asking you one question, and that is, if there was something specific that you did not, you did not hear, but you were more, interested in finding out, but it was not here. So we want you to be able to share that information with us. Perhaps is another topic you are interested in. Your feedback really helps us, shape and also invite experts like Juan, to come in and actually present to you some information that you probably never heard of. And so we want to make sure that we maximize all opportunities while we have you, in our Parent University Zooms so that you can give us feedback, because again, your feedback will help us look for other topics that you are interested in learning about. Okay, so this is not all about the school department just does what they want. No, we are trying to make sure that we are meeting your need, your interest, and that is based on the feedback you provide us. So I want to just thank Juan Rosales for joining us today. And Juan, of course, we are going to continue to partner together and allow other opportunities like this and maybe a whole session for yourself because you need it. And so that will definitely come when we return back to our school year 23-24 in September. And so I want to just thank you again for joining us. And you are welcome to go ahead and add any last words, and then you can go right ahead and graciously exit so I can grab feedback before my people leave. Okay, so go ahead. If you have anything else you want to share. Yes.
No, it's just that, we just want to make sure that children benefit from the education. It doesn't matter what kind of education they're receiving. Parents receive this, financial empowerment that we're offering. And at the same time, we want to be able to help all kinds of different programs, community programs, school departments, schools, everything, to have your kids participating back with them. We just want them back. Okay.
Very good. Thank you so much, Juan.
You're very welcome. Have fun.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
you guys.
And again, for anyone who might have a question or concern, and you just need a little bit of guidance, our office is here to help. So please make sure that you reach out to us. You can always call our office 401-456-0686.